And here we have the barn. This is sort of what we use as the kitchen in here. TV and some couches and what have you. One of the rooms. Stalls are not finished out because we have been primarily using this as a place to stay. This is one of the rooms here. It's got a pretty big shower, 2 bunk beds, toilet, sink, and then walking back out of this room, this is a room that I built myself. That room is already here when we bought this. I built this 12 by 12 room sort of in a way that we could tear it out and have it as a stall. So the floor is plywood and there's just 6 bunk beds, and there's a toilet and a sink and AC and a fan. Just a place to have my hunting buddies up. But again, I made this room so we could tear it out and get the stall back if we wanted to. That is a dirt floor underneath that plywood, just like these. It looked just like this when we got here. And the barbecue pit definitely comes with a place because it weighs about a ton. And it's going to stay here forever, I think. Back of the barn, another pretty big porch on the back. It's all under cover here. So this is what inside the barn looks like. So there's the hot water heater. So you can kind of see where the original room is with the cement floor and the second room that I built with the wood floor. Again, it looked just like this in here. So this is inside the barn. Just got some odd chairs and what have you here. It's fairly comfortable. I've stayed here for 2 weeks at a time. That is the septic system for the barn. I don't know how big it is, but it's been perfectly adequate for here. Front gate's right up there. You can't see any of the buildings from the road, from the county road, which I kind of like, especially whenever the leaves and the trees come in. That is a hay pasture, my neighbor's hay pasture right there. It's pretty nice. And that's the barn. This is the back of the shop. It's got an overhead door, security light out here. Walking into the shop here. It's got a heat barrier ceiling. Mostly wood construction, but the top is iron. Some workbenches. Lots of plugs everywhere. Over there. Walking through the front door of the shop. It's got a big deck. Out here. And from the shop, that's the barn. Main gate getting into the barnyard area, and that's the front gate up there. And that's the shop. I believe these are all post oaks. I think all the oaks on this place are post oaks. And they're nicely scattered out. Still early spring, so there's no leaves on the trees yet, but there will be soon. And that's the front pond over there. So this is that's the front gate. And those are probably, we own about 100 yards inside that tree line right there. Like the front gate. This is the barn. The barn has about a 4 or 5 acre corral board fence like this with 2 16-foot gates, one there and one at the other end. The shop. Electrical service goes from that pole underground to the shop and the barn. It's a pretty clean horse pasture right here where I put my horses when I do come up. It's probably 5 or 6 acres in here. This is the front tank, which is pretty small, and it's a pretty old tank. It needs to be dug out for sure. I couldn't get a dozer in there last year because it wouldn't dry out enough. That's looking back to the gate where we just were in the big pasture. Cross fence. This is a video from a different perspective, from that hill right there, looking back this way. So you can see that this little creek draw sort of divides the property a little bit. So this is the whole other side, and it goes pretty far past what you can see right there. It's down to the trees. It's kind of a steep hill. That would be the west fence line. Right there, and that is the cross fence, which is also pretty new, maybe 2 years old. This is our biggest pond. It's pretty low because it hasn't been rained. It didn't dry out. It's never dried out. So that one's pretty deep. And that's that little pasture on the other side of the trees over there belongs to us as well. And back to where we originally filmed from, right down there. So this is just a different look at our place here. That's the pasture. Beside those trees is ours. Same fence line. Gate to the neighbor's place. Same area. The creek's right down there. I was just filming from over there by that deer blind. There you can't quite see down the middle here.